if you don't have the data readily available to be able to use in those type of use cases, whether it's machine learning or AI, then you're going to hit a impasse very quickly.
Do you feel that there are any fundamental requirements or organizational ingredients that you think companies need in order to make the most out of AI?
Yeah, I mean, AI is the buzzword of the year, probably the next 5 years, I guess. I think from an organizational point of view, it's definitely about having a data set which, whether it's machine learning or AI, that can be readily used to make a difference. If you don't have the data readily available to be able to use in those type of use cases, whether it's machine learning or AI, then you're going to hit a impasse very quickly, or probably very costly. So
It's foundation.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, and unfortunately, it's a little bit tedious and boring, but some of the foundations you have to have in place, no matter what it's for, even more in the digital world, and particularly with some of these advanced technologies. If the foundations aren't there, you'll either be very disappointed or you'll spend way more money than you require to. I think though we're going to have a period of time where AI is going to be a lot of conversation and a lot, everything's going to be AI powered, but actually what's the difference between machine learning and AI? AI is literally about intelligence, the ability to change decision making based on information and a computer being able to do that. That's very different than machine learning. So I think the definition of intelligence is pretty key here. It's about goal oriented and adaptive decision making, and it's that adaptive decision making that's the difference for AI. So when somebody tries to, I'm sure, sell us something and it's using AI, I think we will get to a point where there'll be a couple of key questions that will identify, is this really true, or is it just using terminology for terminology's sake? And actually, it's been that way for the last 5 years.
So then linking that back to, efficient supply chain, so that's important to you, right? So is DFS planning to use AI or machine learning to support, more efficiencies in this area?
Yeah, I mean, well, we have used machine learning. We've been doing that for a number of years. So on our last mile fleet and middle mile fleet, we've used machine learning in a number of occasions, like whether it's doorstep time or routing optimization, running algorithms against the data set and trying to re-optimize based on every delivery. We've been doing that for a long time, but we're not at that point yet where we're using AI to adapt those decisions in real time. So, we can schedule our deliveries and get the absolutely best route optimization possible. But if someone is closing the road today, adapting to that information and altering it outside of the schedule that we had and the customers, we still rely on human intervention to take some of those decisions, and that'll be the case. I think we'll definitely look to use it in a couple of other areas. So contact center, clearly, I think there's great opportunities to be had there. Really significant from the point of view of how can we help customers more quickly, more efficiently, and for us at a lower cost to serve. Absolutely. And I think in the sales and kind of operational planning aspect, whether it's machine learning, which we'll do definitely initially, and then try to move on to something that's more intelligent. It's about profiling those sales going forward. We've so far used machine learning in footfall prediction, and we're really pleased with where we got to on that. But machine learning and AI are not to be confused together. The journey into AI, I think, is really exciting, but also fraught with challenge. And I think that's to be considered as well.